Hello everyone, welcome to Math Lesson 75. Let's go ahead and get started. So, we are learning today about the liter. But before we get there, let's review our other units that we have learned. All right, ready? I've shuffled in all of the new ones that we have worked on, so they're all in here. Okay, 1 quart equals how many pints? 2, very good. 1 gallon equals how many quarts? 4. 1 year equals how many weeks? About 52. 1 yard equals how many inches? 36. Nice job. 1 year equals how many days? 365. Whoops, I got ahead of myself. 365. 1 foot equals how many inches? 12. Good. 1 mile equals how many feet? This is a big one and we just learned it yesterday. It is 5,280 feet. If you got that, give yourself a nice big pat on the back. You did a good job. If not, that's okay, you will. 1 week equals how many days? 7, very good. 1 minute equals how many seconds? 60, yes. 1 hour equals how many minutes? 60 minutes. 1 day equals how many hours? 24. 1 pound equals how many ounces? 16. Now, there's one card that's not here, but we did learn it. 1 ton is how many pounds? Do you remember? 2,000. Very good. 2,000 pounds in a ton. 1 yard is how many feet? 3. 1 dozen things is how many things? 12. 1 mile is how many yards? This is new from yesterday. It's a big number. 1,760 yards. Very good. 1 meter is how many centimeters? Cent, like 100. 100. 1 leap year is how many days? This one is 366. 1 pint is how many cups? 2. And 1 year is how many months? 12. Nicely done. Okay, a liter. Let's talk about a liter. A liter is something that you use to measure what we call capacity. Capacity. Remember, we have talked about that word before when we talked about quarts and gallons. Capacity measures how much something can hold. For example, my bucket right here could be measured with units of capacity because I can pour things inside of it. When you get a lata of Coke, that is a unit of capacity because you put stuff inside of it. A liter, you can buy, that's like the bote of Coke. That's a liter. And so a liter, excuse me, a liter measures capacity, measures how much something can hold. Now a liter is just a little more than a quart. Remember, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So a liter is just a little bit bigger than a quart. It's like one of those glass botes, the botes grande of Coke. All right, that would be about what a liter is. For 1 liter, now liters are metric units, and you'll learn more of what that means in another time, okay? But liters, excuse me, have inside of them centiliters and deciliters, and milliliters. So there are 100 centiliters in a liter. Just like there are 100 centimeters in a meter, there are 100 centiliters in a liter. All right, let's look at your pages. We're on pages 149 through 150. They have a purple box at the top that says liters. Okay, so just as a gallon jug has a capacity of 1 gallon, it can hold 1 gallon of stuff. A bushel has a capacity of 1 bushel. It can hold 1 bushel of things. But can you hold something with an hour? No, that measures time, not how much stuff you can hold. How about a meter? No, that measures how long something is, not how much you can hold. Excuse me, had to sneeze, but it didn't come. Okay, so those are not measures of capacity. Capacity only measures how much you can hold. So, number 1 says, mark the bubble. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze at some point here. Excuse me. It says mark the bubble under the units of capacity. So let me see. The year. Can we pour or put something into a year? No, so that's not a unit of capacity, don't mark it. How about the cup? If you have a cup, can you pour things into it? Yeah, you might pour your milk in the morning, drink your leche, there you go. So yes, mark under the cup. How about a quart? If you buy a quart of milk, quart of leche, you pour the leche into the quart, right? So yes, that one you want to color. The foot. Can I pour or put something into a foot? No, this only measures how long something is. So don't mark under the foot. How about the liter? Yes, we just talked all about how that one's a measure of capacity. How about the pint? That one too, because there are 2 pints in a quart, and we already know that a quart is a measure of capacity. All right, go down to exercise 2. It says number the units of measurement in each box from least to greatest. All right, let's get started with letter A. You have pint, liter, cup, and quart. Which one is the smallest, the teeniest, tiniest that would you have this one in all of the other units? It's the cup. The cup, give yourself a thumbs up if you got that right. The cup, because there are 2 cups in a pint. All right, what's next? The pint, very good, the pint. There's 2 cups in a pint, and then there's 2 pints in the next one, which is what? Which one comes next? The quart, very good, the quart. There's 2 pints in a quart. And we know from our box today that a liter is the biggest one. That's number 4 because it's just a little bit bigger than a quart. All right, letter B. You have ton, pound, or ounce. I'm gonna let you do this one all on your own because there's only the 3 and I think you can do it. Letter C, you have foot, yard, inch, meter, centimeter, mile. Which one is the smallest? I'll give you a hint. It's either the foot, the inch, or the centimeter. If you said centimeter, you would be right. Here is a centimeter, and here's an inch. So this one is smaller. So that's number 1. Which one is number 2? Which one comes next? The inch, very good. Which one's after the inch? The foot, nicely done. And now I'm going to let you do the rest, okay? Do the next 3 on your own for that one. Which one comes right after foot? And after that, and then the biggest one. Okay, number 3 says solve the story problems. Hannah and her mom went shopping for party supplies. They spent $4.95 on paper plates, $3.49 on cups, and $2.89 on napkins. How much did they spend? Okay, think about it. What do you need to do? Well, it tells you how much they spent and on each thing. So you need to add them up. In workspace A, add each amount, and that will tell you how much they spent. Letter B says, Hannah's mom gave the cashier, so that's the person that you're pagando in the tienda, $20. How much change did she receive? So how much cambio? How do you find cambio? You restar. So you take the amount she paid, which is $20, and restar the amount they spent. The amount they spent is the respuesta for the first story problem. So once you find that respuesta, restar that from $20. Okay, flip your page. Number 4, you need to divide and check. Number 5, you need to estimate the answers by rounding. Then write the actual answers. Okay, so let's do a couple of these together. I want to round 98 and 27, or 27, and find the rounded answers, the estimated answers. So if I am rounding 98, I'm going to round my last number, which is the 9, and 8 tells me what to do with it. What am I going to do with the 9? Am I going to round up or keep it the same? Well, remember, my rule is that if the number right behind it is 5 or greater, you round up. If it's 4 or less, you keep it the same. Well, 8 is greater than 5, so I'm going to round my 9 up to a 10. And the 8 becomes a 0. So it rounds to 100. 27, I'm rounding the 2. What should I do since I have a 7 behind it? Round up or keep it the same? 7 is in the group of greater than 5, so I round the 2 up to a 3, and the 7 becomes a 0. Now I add it together. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 3 is 3, 1 plus 0 is 1. So that's my estimated answer. Now you also need to find the real answer. So you add 8 plus 7 is 15. Carry your 1 and finish adding. And see how close your estimated answer is to your real answer. Letter B is subtraction. So I'm going to round my last number. Each time you're rounding to the last number. So 2, the 9 tells us what to do. Do we keep it at 2 or do we round it up to 3? We round it up to 3. And every number behind it becomes a 0. What does the 2 tell us to do with the 8? Do we keep it at 8 or do we round it up to 9? We keep it at 8, very good, because 2 is less than 5. So we subtract, borrow from the 3 because we can't subtract 8 from 0, it has to be the 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. So I got 220. Now you also need to subtract for real. Okay, and then letter C is multiplication. So you're only rounding the 420. You're not rounding the 6. You can't round the 6 because there's only one digit. So round 420, multiply that by 6, and you'll get your estimated answer. Then do the problem for real. Number 6 says solve the equation. So remember, we're trying to get n by itself. First things first, we simplify what we can. So we have n plus 4 equals 5 plus 6 is 11. Then I do the opposite of whatever I'm doing to n, which would be to subtract 4. Then you get your answer. To check it, you put your answer back in place of n, and you see if it does equal what 5 plus 6 is. Number 7 says, set clock B for 45 minutes later than clock A is. So see what time it is on clock A? Then count 45 more minutes and write that time or draw the hands on the clock. Number 8 says use your ruler to draw lines of symmetry for each object. So remember, a line of symmetry divides your object so that it's the same on both sides. So basically, you need to draw each one of these, the line straight down the middle, use a ruler or something straight. And then your brain booster says try to find the pattern, the patron, to fill in the missing number. All right, that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I love you very, very much. Bye.